So I began publishing in 1982 in Dallas, Texas. I had a magazine called Haute, which stands for high in French. And we were kind of, very avant-garde, black and white, oversized, fashion, nightlife, party shots. We had a great run for 7 years. And then the economy kind of collapsed in Dallas, and I took the magazine to Paris, France. And for Paris, France, we had it there for 2 years. And it was all about Paris in English. Fucking awesome. Came back to the States, designed some clothes. My last publication I had was called Ouch, which was pocket size, in 2000. And it was all about nightlife, what to do in Dallas. Fast forward to Los Angeles. We're having a magazine called Dwnla. It's all about downtown Los Angeles, which is on fire, for God's sakes. We're going to cover district by district. We'll cover Gallery Row, the Arts District, Fashion District, Broadway, Seventh Heaven, and Skid Row. So I was in Sierra Leone, West Africa for 4 years, doing fashion in a village called Mukanji, and I had a brand called Amen, always meet every need. And those 4 years, I kind of learned that you get to give back. If you have a brain, if you have a little talent, a little spunk, you have to do the right thing.
I'm a lifelong Los Angelino, born and raised here. I've done journalism for the last 13 years as a sports writer for ESPN and Sports Illustrated and other bodies of journalism. And I met a guy, my neighbor, Eric Kimmel, and he was talking to me about a magazine, and it's something we've been discussing for a while now, and we've come up with Dwnla, which is a lot of different things. It's not just a magazine. It's not just a place where journalism's done. It's not just looking at a local community that touches on so many large issues. I mean, I think it's impactful for local people, but also in a way that sort of captures the city of Los Angeles for people outside the city. I think it's a great thing for people to see what it is. And there are rules to journalism, but we're going to try and look at this through a no rules perspective. Certainly we have to be true to principles of journalism, but try and cover this really unique part of the city, part of the world, in ways that maybe aren't typical. Create pieces of art that are journalistic, but not necessarily journalism, and I think that's what we're looking to accomplish.
Well, basically, when someone picks up a Dwnla magazine, we want them. It's pocket size, which is great because right now, I feel like technology, is handheld. It's fast. It's small. It fits in your pocket, and basically, we want people to kind of use print, not so much the way they would used to look at print, but basically have it almost like an extension of your iPhone or your multimedia device. We want people to pick it up, appreciate the aesthetic value of it. It looks great, it's clean, it's white, great pictures, great words. And we want them to pick it up and kind of utilize the QR, which is short for quick response. I'm sure you've seen this around town on different advertisements, in other magazines and newspapers, everywhere. QR codes are all over the place. A lot of people don't know what they are. Basically, it acts as a barcode. You would pick up the magazine, you have your article here, then you would, download a QR code reader on your smartphone, come up to it, hold it down and scan it just as you would like a barcode. Well, I think QR codes and QR code readers are beneficial because you don't have to take the time, to open up your browser and type something in. You basically just walk up to it, open your QR code, scan it, and it takes you, to the website, to the video, to the article, to the music. It basically just takes everything and makes it instantaneous, as opposed to having to go through the whole process of kind of typing everything out and searching it. It just speeds things up.
Downtown Los Angeles is the heart of politics in Los Angeles. Again, you have every socioeconomic group, Skid Row, shadow of big banks. You have the arts district, you have the fashion district, every kind of walk of life is here. And that was appealing in its own way, but beyond that, we sort of discovered this doing what's needed. We're part of a local community. In some ways it's giving back, but it's also participating. And it's finding groups that may not be represented and try to better them in some way. So it's, it's advocacy, it's supporting, it's everything that I think locally communities need, and we're doing it in a magazine and journalism form. That was especially appealing to me.
In the area of town we're in downtown, it's mostly all small businesses, all mom and pop shops per se. And I just think with technology, with the talent we have, absolutely, there's no question, they can tell stories differently. I mean, every 2 months, if you're a clothing store, you can show a fashion show, you can show your new line, talk about new trends. This is what the brand's supposed to be doing. We don't have to write about that. I don't think writing should be more serious about things that don't entail someone like that. But a business, like that needs to push their own stuff,
Downtown Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is one of those places that just has a pool of creative people. I think people come here because they want to, they want to do what they love, whether it's animators, photographers, videographers, writers. I mean, people come to Los Angeles because it's a destination for those kind of creative jobs and creative, outlets. So I think, being in downtown, one of the things that drew me here was kind of the fact that there was so many creative people in such a concentrated area, and I think I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, because this kind of pushes your creative talents to the next level, because so many people have smartphones and can take pictures and can do videos and can animate using new technology. I think being in downtown is definitely pushing the limits and the boundaries of what people can do with such creative talent.
I don't want to kind of bring print back. Basically, print's kind of got lost by the wayside. So we're going to make our magazine pocket size, handheld, which is very current with everything else technology-wise. And all the pages are kind of more artier. We have color pages. We have unique designs for advertising, which we call advertorial. And then we have a little QR code that you will see, you will take on your phone, you can swipe it, and boom, you'll have, the video version of the same article or advertising. And this to me is like stereo. Print in one hand, phone in the other hand. This is the future right here.